Hello and welcome back, and if you're new here, hi, hello, my name is Lisa and welcome to my kitchen. I have been shopping today with my husband Jed. Today is Friday and Friday is sometimes Jed's day off, sometimes he has to go in for a meeting, but generally on the whole he's off. I'm off on a Friday and we have just been on holiday for 11 nights, come back. Our daughter did a little shop for us while the day we came back. So we had some food in this week. We've been at work all week, but now we needed to get some food in. So we have been to two places. We have been to Tesco, but first, before we did our shopping, we nipped for a little bit of lunch. And then we went to Sainsbury's because I had something to pick up, but more about that later. And then we went to Home Bargain and we did quite a big shop in Home Bargain. In fact, we probably spent as much in Home Bargain as we did Tesco. So I'm going to show you the Home Bargain stuff first. We spent £98.30 in Home Bargain and we spent £97.86 in Tesco, but there was £14.23 in discounts and promotions. So I'm going to show you my Home Bargain stuff first. I'm going to put that away and then I'll get all the Tesco stuff out, I'll show you that. And then, my lovelies, I'm going to show you something I've been very excited to get, and I'm sure you can guess what it is, but I have been scouring the internet to find the best deal. I did get some discount off it, and it was basically, I don't know whether you call it a high street shop, but anyway, very, very accessible shop. I'm not sponsored by anyone. We've paid for this ourselves. It's not something that we've been gifted. So as always, you will get my very honest opinion of it. Jed is just sat over here. I've just made him a lovely coffee. Well, I hope it's going to be lovely. You're just having a little chill out, aren't you?
I'm falling asleep.
Why don't you go upstairs? You were on about going to the gym again. Okay, so let me show you what we have bought today in Home Bargains. Okay, so let's start off with my washing obsession, which is Lenore Spring Awakening. I love it, and I have used Spring Awakening things for years, and you might think this is excessive amount of washing things, but I do like the clothes to smell nice. I don't tend to do the ironing. Jed tends to do the ironing, and he does love this Lenore Spring Awakening water. This goes in your ironing, it goes in your iron, doesn't go in your ironing. It's quite difficult to get, so when we do see it, we do normally get kind of like 4 bottles at once. This will last us months. He might only do the ironing maybe once a month, something like that. So we got 4 bottles of that. That was £1.19 each. And then he gets the crease release spray. So he uses that for like spraying on shirts when he's ironing shirts. We've also got the Bold liquid. We put a little bit of that in the top of the machine. That is £5.99. We don't normally buy the tumble sheets, but he wanted to get them this time. He said, let's get some of the same fragrance tumble sheets. Now, I do try and not use the tumble dryer all the time. I have an airer in the front room. I hang things up on hangers. However, sometimes I do like to fluff things for 10 minutes and then fold it. And this does make them smell absolute gorgeous. The pearls, I don't actually know what you call these, the scent boosters. Oh, did I say they were £1.99 a box? And there's 34 sheets in a box. So again, these are going to last absolute ages. Right, I can't find the price for this. I mustn't have written on it. So I'm going to pop the price on the screen for this. And these are the incense boosters. Again, we don't use a lot. And that's probably going to last us a good month at least. And then we have got the Lenore softener. This was £2.99. We're not desperate for this one, but normally we would get the great big bottle of it, but they didn't have it, so we just got that one today. Now, again, we don't buy these very often. This is kind of like, I don't know, we don't normally do a shop this big, but yeah, anyway, so these go in the top of the toilet, and these are called Blue, and they are £2.49. So we have 4 toilets in our house. This is why we want to move, because we have too many bathrooms and toilets. So one of those for each bathroom. Now, I saw this and I thought, Goodness me, what on earth's that? Now, if you saw one of my reels from when we were away on holiday, this fragrance of this dove is actually dragon fruit, so that might actually look familiar. And it does actually smell quite fragrant. I would say more fragrant than the actual fruit that we got. But I do like the dove soaps, and so yes, I thought I would have a little go of that. So all paper packaging on that one. The Sanex, this is for sensitive, and I thought I'd give that a try as well. 99p, that's 2 bars of soap. These are for Jed, and I'll tell you why I got him these in a minute. These are £2.49 for 4 bars. Normally he would buy these, a great big box of them off Amazon, but he's trying to cut down on the naughty things. However, he will probably eat my naughty things, but I'm going to show you those in a minute. These are for the bins in the bedrooms and the bathrooms. They were 79p, and I think it's 40 bags there. 15 litres. They're only little small ones, yeah, 40 pedal bin liners, but they're just handy to have upstairs. Back to the washing fairy stuff. Again, this will probably last months. The Vanish Oxy Action. Again, it's not something I probably use all the time. Probably if the gym clothes, it probably goes in with that. And if anything's particularly dirty, then you'll notice everything is Spring Awakening. I did contemplate getting a different one, but I didn't. So this is the bold little capsules Spring Awakening fragrance with built-in stain remover. And then these, goodness me, this is absolutely huge. What a bargain. Epsom salts, $4.99. Jed loves a soak in the bath. That is a great big 5 kilo bag. It's absolutely huge. And yeah, so that can go up in the bathroom, and he loves a soak in the bath. So that is for him. I've got to be honest, I don't have the patience to sit in a bath for hours. If I do have a bath, it might be because I'm cold or my muscles are aching or my legs aching. 20 minutes, I've had enough, but he can be in there for hours. Domestos, I like a little bit of bleach, £1.89 for that spray. That's for the kitchen. I picked up a few things for Halloween, because we're going to have a little Halloweeny party, a little trick-or-treat night. We're going to have some family around. So I thought I'd start getting the treats, because we live on a new estate and we get loads of kids, or as I call them, we get loads of knockers. So £1.99 for the eyeballs, a monster bag, £2.49. And then because we get a lot of little kids, I tend to have another little bag with like sort of chocolate and soft things for like the little ones, because we know a couple of the neighbours who've got kids. And yeah, I don't like to give like hard sweets out to sort of anyone who's got very little kids who we kind of know. Believe me, this will not be enough. Like, our doorbell will be going 60 to 80 times that night, and I love it, to be honest. I do think it's dead cute. I've got a really cool Halloween decoration, so I'm going to show you that in a second. Some toothpaste for me and Jed, £3.49, the 3D whitening one. So I don't know if that's the same as what we had last time, but we really did like it, so I thought I'd give it that one another go. Again, another toilet thing. These go in the bottom of the toilets, £2.99, and there's 6 in that one, and that's a Harpic one. I've done the soaps. I couldn't resist these. Honestly, I'm such a child. Digestives, £1.49, raspberry and cream flavour, limited edition. Let's give them a go. Then we've got some floor cleaner, some Astonish. Smells really nice, that actually. Had a little sniff in Home Bargain, £1.09. And these are my naughty treats, and these are small bars, 91 calories in that one, and they were £1.19 for these Cadbury's Delights. And then I also picked up some skinny whips. They were 99p. There's 5 in that box, 4 in that other one, 80 calories per whip. The problem I have is I buy these and then other people come in and eat them. So that's why I said to Jed, you get that, because if you fancy something, at least you've got, at least you've got something. This makes the best curry powder, like chip shop curry. £1.19. It used to be 99p not that long ago. The Mayflower Chinese style, so easy to make. You mix it with water. I throw a few peas in. You can throw some chicken. It is gorgeous. Highly recommend. If you've never tried it, it is brilliant. Oh no, that's not everything. That's not everything. Okay, so I also bought this for the inside of the front door, feeling witchy. I thought this was £2.49, but it wasn't. It was £1.99. So I'm quite pleased with that. I'm a Scorpio and, you know, a little bit witchy, so I can relate to that. Now, this is a giant spider and you can't really appreciate how big it is. But I did open it out. Oh my gosh, it lights up. I didn't realise. 5-foot LED light up spider. So we've got a black front door. So what I think we're going to do, because Halloween's on a Friday, so we'll have a bit of time to sort of do the house in the day. These cobwebs with spiders were £1.49. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to put them all over the front door and then open up the big spider, and Jed's going to attach that. And somehow, yeah, that is going to look pretty cool. And I've got some other Halloweeny bits as well. So that is my home bargain shopping for today, and don't judge me on all the washing stuff, but that is going to last me an absolute age. So I've made myself a little coffee. I'm going to put all this stuff away, and then I'm going to get all my Tesco's things out, write all my prices on, and I will be back in a jiffy. So don't go away, because literally I'm going to carry on straight away now. Okay, we're back and I've got all my Tesco's shopping out behind me ready to show you. So without further ado, let us spin you round and show you what we have bought today from Tesco's for our big shop. This is our cat's favourite cat food, and this was on offer. It was 4 bags for the price of 3. It's normally £4.45 a bag, but with the offer it worked out at £3.33. She loves it. We have tried different flavours, we've tried different cat foods, but she absolutely loves this, wolfs it down. And we've never had a cat like this before who only ever eats dry food. All our cats in the past have always been pickers and, you know, trying to rob food off the counters and stuff, but she's absolutely not bothered. So yeah, she won't touch any human food. So that is her favourite cat food, and yeah, that was a bargain. So we thought we'd stock up on that. And okay, so what do we have here? We don't have loads of food, but we have got some basics and some things that we needed. So I'm going to make a soup, hint, hint. So, now don't forget, I'm going to show you something at the end of this video, what I have bought today. So yes, we have got some flatbread, protein Warburton thins. These are £1.75. We've had these before, they're lovely. There is 4 in a packet, so over the weekend we can either have some little sandwiches with them, or I can make them into croutons for salads, or for soup. Also, these bagels are lovely. Both of these are 8 grams of protein in each one, so each bagel, each flatbread. £1.75 for those as well. I'll keep them in the fridge because they'll probably last a bit longer. I say last a bit longer, you know, they'll get eaten quite quick. Eggs, we love our eggs, and these ones were on offer for 2 for £5, and yeah, they are gorgeous golden yolks. So nice little treat for us over the weekend. Tinned chopped tomatoes, £1.80 for 4 tins. They're just the cheap ones, nothing special there. Cordial, new bottle of cordial for me. This was on offer, £1.75, and that is juicy peach and raspberry, so we thought we'd give that one a go. We like the Cravendale milk, and this again was on offer, 2 for £4, so it works out at £2 each. I think it was something like £2.90 for one. It's got a really great date on it, so 1st of November. That'll be gone. That'll be gone in a week. Yeah, it won't last long at all. Okay, coffees and creamers. So this is my favourite coffee, Mellow Birds, a bit like me, a mellow bird, £6.35. Yeah, I don't really like strong coffees. Everybody complains, but do you know what? That's for me. It's what I like. There we go. We like a little bit of coffee whitener sometimes. That's just a cheap one from Tesco, £2.90. Jed doesn't mind a cheap coffee. He's on the decaffeinated, so that is £2.69, and that's a great big jar. How big are these jars? That's 200 grams. I think that my one's probably about the same. Yeah, 200 grams. And then I also got this as a bit of a treat for the night time. It was £5.40. It was a bit expensive, and it was a white chocolate, hot chocolate, 44 calories per serving. I think it is, yeah, 44. So yeah, thought that might be quite nice of a night, you know, and you kind of need something. A couple of bottles of bleach for the kitchen and the bathrooms. They were only £1 each. Broccoli 69p, so that was quite a bargain. I kind of like to look for things that are seasonal, and that's quite reasonable at the moment. A nice piece of unsmoked ham rather, £5.19 for that piece. So that'll get roasted off, and we will have that for a meal, probably sandwiches, bits and bobs, other things. I'm not sure what else we'll turn that into. 30 pence for a lemon. I fancy having some hot water with some lemon in it. So yeah, I thought we'd give that a bit of a go. 62 pence for a Swede. I think I'm the only person who pronounces a Swede. Well, some people say Swede with a silent E on the end, but I call it Swede. So I feel a little bit of carrot and Swede coming up, or turnip as people call it, but it's not a turnip. A vegetable casserole mix, which hopefully I'm going to turn into a soup. Some butter. We don't tend to eat butter an awful lot, I've got to be honest. A finger butter will last us absolutely ages. And I have it out, and I have it on a butter dish. Let me show you. Here's my butter. So we kind of have it out. It's not just me that lives in this house. Other people do as well, and they like a bit of butter on a sandwich or, you know, certain things. So just a cheapy salted butter. I think that was probably the cheapest one that they sell in Tesco. Well, no, that's wrong. There are cheaper ones, but for like the size of it, it's quite good. That was the other thing of eggs, the golden yolks. Yeah, you can't really see, they just look like eggs, but they are nice eggs. Baked beans, 42 pence. Wasn't sure if we had any in, and just thought just get some in. We kind of both like the electrolytes for hydration, vitamins, electrolytes, berry, and we got 2 packets of these, apple and blackcurrant. These were on offer. They should have been 8 and they're reduced to 6. So yeah, we both do like them. I thought I would get some stock cubes, some chicken stock cubes. They were £3.20 for a great big box of 24 chicken stock cubes. They will last ages. I do tend to make my own stock if I'm making some soup. Now, I did stand and look at the garlic olive oil for what felt like ages. There weren't many that actually had the actual bits of garlic in the bottom like you can see in this one. I can make my own, I will be honest, I can't be bothered. This was expensive, it was £4.50. The ones without the bits of garlic in tended to be about £3, something like that, £3.50. But I just kind of like the look of this one, and I just thought, well, it's got the bits in and I can always keep topping it up. So yeah, we've gone for that. Teriyaki sauce is quite a good thing just to kind of have in if you're kind of making something, splashing a little bit on makes quite a nice sauce. £1.25 for that. That's, do you know, like when I'm a bit desperate for like, oh, what am I going to make for dinner, or this, that and the other, of making some like chicken fried rice or whatever. It's quite good for throwing that on. Celery for the soups. These 2 lovely carrots were 38 pence. Yeah, for those 2. So that was quite good, quite pleased with them. I don't like buying, I don't know what it is, a bag of sweaty carrots. It's just, yeah, I don't want a fridge full of carrots. This extra large cauliflower should have been £2 and it was reduced to £1.60. Well, it wasn't reduced, it was on offer for £1.60. I'm thinking of making a broccoli and cheese soup. I'll probably make cauliflower and broccoli soup. I might make some cauliflower and broccoli rice, get it all chopped up, put it in the freezer. And then if we have a bit of a roast dinner with the gammon, I might make some cauliflower cheese. See how we get on. Garlic powder is £1. This kiwi was 75p. That might seem a little bit expensive, but the other ones were all really hard, and this is a jumbo one, and we thought we'd have this in a little bowl of goodness at some point. Jed has got some kind of like wart or something on his thumb, and yeah, so he got this bazooka, that Veruca, for that. We got some grapes, £1.90 for the green, £1.60 for the red. Raspberries, we just got the cheap ones, raspberries and blueberries, £1.49 for the Rosendale, that's Tesco's own brand, 125 grams. And the blueberries, how many grams are they? I feel like that's more, 250. I can't make out that label. Like, kind of looks the same, but I don't think it is. I think it's a bit more. So yeah, £1.35 for them. And my loves, my favourite time of the year, I love chestnuts. I don't know if anybody else does, but I will probably put a little cross in them, roast them overnight, and I'll have them with some salt while I'm watching Strictly or the telly. I love them. So yes, I don't know about you, but I love chestnuts. I know not everybody does, but I do love the smell of them. I love cooking them. It's kind of like, for me, it's like autumn is here, Lisa. You can put your feet up, watch the television, and that's kind of like my treat. And that's probably instead of eating like a load of chocolate or whatever. But I do like some chestnuts. So let me know, do you like chestnuts? So that's our Tesco shop. That should have been £114.23. No, it shouldn't. It should have been £112.09. It had £14.23 of promotions and savings, so it came to £97.89. So there is two massive shops there. Goodness me, I couldn't do all this on my own, or all the carrying and the lifting. My knee is in agony, I'm not going to lie. So I'm going to put all of this away, and then I'm going to show you the pièce de résistance. There's something that I've been waiting for a while, something I've been asking you, have you got one? Can you recommend one? And I have been looking in John Lewis, Currys, Amazon. I've been looking everywhere, and I finally decided today to buy it. I found a code online. I think you know what I'm talking about, don't you? Well, anyway, come back in a second, because I'm just going to whiz this shopping away, and then I'm going to unpack it and show you what I have bought today. Well then, guess what I bought? You guessed well, a soup maker. Now, as you know, I have been looking at the Ninja hot and cold blender and soup maker, and I've looked everywhere for discounts and all sorts of stuff, so I'm going to unpack it and show you the box inside. But I bought it from Argos, and when we were out today in Tesco, I just went online, had a little look. I knew there was a 10% off code on the website, and it kind of like highlighted, there's no point me telling you this, because if you you know, you could be watching this 3 months down the line and the code might not work. So, you know, I'm not an affiliate. I just kind of went on there and had a little look. It should have been £150 or £149.99, and I got 10% off. So I got £15 off, and that was, brought it down to £134.99. So that's it. This is the box that it came in when I went to pick it up in Argos. Forgot the name of it then. So our Argos is in Sainsbury's. So when I ordered it, I put the postcode in, I could see it was there. I ordered it, I paid on Apple Pay, and then I just went in and picked it up. So without further ado, I'll take it out of the box. There it is. So this is the Ninja that I've bought. I love my Ninja. I've got my Ninja fryer thing there, and yeah, and I've got my Ninja hand blender, so I do really like the Ninja brand. I think they're really great quality items. So I'm not going to open it now and show you, but I'll just show you a couple of things that it does. So it's got a built-in heating element, so it says cooks soup in 20 minutes, built-in heating element, powerful blending, high-speed crushing blades, pre-cook programs. So at the bottom, there's a couple of little pictures. We've got chunky soups, smooth soups, sauces, jams. I never made jam. Smoothies. We do like a lot of smoothies in our house. Frozen drinks, milkshakes, desserts. It chops and it sautés. So we've got pre-cook, blend and cook. So I'm really looking forward to having a little go and making a few things. I'm probably going to just tidy the side there and pop it there. So yeah, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to open it, I'm going to get the cookery book out and the instructions, and I'm going to have a little look and a read of all of that first before I set it up. And then I'm probably going to cook. I've got this chicken crown for dinner, so I'm probably going to cook that in the air fryer, and then I'll probably put the rest of the vegetables in the vegetables out of that packet, throw the chicken in and have a little look and see what it cooks up like. Couple of little tools in. This one's to push the ingredients down. So, and then this one is for cleaning it. So yeah, I'm quite excited. Let me know if you have this blender. Are you looking for a blender? I'm sure there's lots of different places. Like I said, I looked on Amazon, John Lewis, QVC. They're kind of my top 3 go-tos that I would look. I don't know what made me look at Argos, to be honest. But yeah, they did have the 10% code off, and that's the cheapest place I've seen it anywhere. So yes, there we go, my loves. I shall be bringing a little soup treat to you soon, and you can see what soups I make, because I love soups in the winter. My slow cooker broke, and I'd had that years. And I just thought I wanted something to replace it, but I didn't want to get another slow cooker because I'm not a big fan of stews, but I am a big fan of soups. So stay tuned and let's see what I whip up for you very soon. So anyway, that's the end of this little shopping video haul for you today. Thank you very much for joining me as always. I hope you've enjoyed seeing what we've been buying. Like we've kind of done a little bit of stocking up for our washing, clothes washing things, because we've been doing tons of washing since we've come home. All the bedding needs to be washed this weekend. So yeah, we have got a bit of a washing and ironing marathon on, I think, a bit of a chilled weekend at home. So looking forward to that. So yes, thank you very much for joining me. Please don't forget to drop me a comment. Let me know your thoughts. Is there anything you've never seen before that you might consider buying? Let me know whether you've got a soup maker, if you've got this one, because, you know, I'm nosy. I like to know. But yeah, so thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to give me a little thumbs up, a little like on your way out, and do consider subscribing if you like this kind of video, because then YouTube will probably suggest it to you, you know, to come and watch some more stuff. And you know, if you know anyone that you think might be interested, then please feel free to click the share button and send it on to people. And yes, here is the beginning of a new era with starting the Wagovi today. So anyway, without further ado, I'm going to go and sit over there, put my feet up, finish my coffee, have a little munch on some grapes. I might watch an episode of The Great British Sewing Bee. Mind you, I've got 2 episodes of Strictly to watch before Saturday, which is tomorrow. So I think I better crack on and watch that. So yes, thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.